is on. We're going to drop off into camera one, which is on the one and only Bobby Murray. How you feeling, buddy? You feeling good?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We're going to do this thing. I'm so excited that this worked out, man. How many songs did you bring for us this evening?
I got 9. Some of them are kind of like interlude type songs, funny little things, but we got 9.
In 3, 2, 1, we are officially live. Yeah, you can put your hands together, people. Let's do it. All right. Yeah. Hey. The one and only Bobby Murray hanging out with us for another episode of Local Sets ATX. Thank you guys so much for watching, either live or after the fact. But we're here for you, Bobby. We're here for you. Thank you so much for doing this, man. Where do you hail from in the world?
I'm from Maine. I'm from Yarmouth, Maine.
Yarmouth, Maine.
Yeah.
That's not close to here.
No, it's in the top right corner of the U.S. It's in the U.S. for those wondering.
It is in the U.S. What's your first song for this evening that you brought for us?
I'm going to do the first single I just put out in January. It's about my mom. It's called That Man Made My Mama Cry. And my mom's a single mom. She's a great mom. And she raised me and my 2 siblings. And this song's about any man that ever did her wrong.
All right. Over to you for You Made My Mama Cry, whenever you're ready.
She'd wake me up before the dawn, and if I took too long, it'd be a bucket of ice water on my head. And that's just the way she lives, I guess. Never needs no rest. She says sleep is for the feeble-hearted man. And she raised the 3 of us alone, made sure we were strong, and always saved a prayer and said our thanks to God. My mama's tougher than an iron gate, and I ain't said it to her face, but I wouldn't cross her if it meant I'd live. But mama, who's this man who crashed our dinner plans and seems to have you by the heart, yeah? Said mama, I'll be damned if he don't treat you like the woman that you are. And he'd better never come back around. All right now. 'Cause I'm gonna kill that man with my hands just so I can watch him die. That's right. And when he starts to go, I'll grab his soul and tell the Lord to close his eyes. Know why, man? 'Cause that man made my mama cry, yeah. All right, now verse 2. Well, she'd work herself into the bone, head to bed alone. Now that's a lonely that I hope I never know. So when she said she'd met a guy, well, she said it with a smile, and I could tell he made her happy. I was too. But this thing went on for a couple months, and I always had a hunch he wasn't looking at her like she looked at him. And as per usual, my hunch was true. 'Cause one day out the blue, I saw him hand in hand with some old lady. Must have been his wife. Mama, who's this man who crashed our dinner plans and seems to have you by the heart? Yeah, who this man? Mama, I'll be damned if he don't treat you like the woman that you are. And he'd better never come back around. Better not, man. 'Cause I'm gonna kill that man with my hands just so I can watch him die. That's right. And when he starts to go, I'll grab his soul and tell the Lord to close his eyes. 'Cause that man made my mama cry. And he's gonna die, 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 that's right. He's gonna die, he's gonna die, he's gonna die, he's gonna die. Oh, mama, who's this man who crashed our dinner plans and seems to have you by the heart? Said mama, I'll be damned if he don't treat you like the woman that you are. 'Cause you are. And he'd better never come back around. That's right, better not. And I'm gonna kill that man with my hands just so I can watch him die. Yeah, oh, and when he starts to go, I'll grab his soul and tell the Lord to close his eyes. that man made my mama cry. And he's gonna die, and he's gonna die, 'cause that man made my mama cry.
Oh man, what a you're so charming when you sing about murder. That's a hell of a song, man. What is that man still alive, or what happened there?
No comment on that, man. There may be a couple men, but no, he's. I get that question a lot, actually. Is he still alive? I don't know. I hope not. But
Well, this is going on the internet, so
Yeah,
if he's not, they'll find you.
right.
So note taken. Don't do anything to your mother. Note taken.
that's right.
Where is your mother in the world? Is she back in or in Maine?
She's in Maine, Yarmouth, Maine.
Still in Yarmouth, Maine?
Mm-hmm.
Is your whole family from Yarmouth, Maine?
Born and raised in Yarmouth, Maine. That's right. Yeah.
Generations, you say. What brought you to Austin, Texas? Why did you come down to the Austin?
Well, I was in New York, so I went to Bowdoin College in Maine, and then I graduated, and then was in Montauk, New York for a while, playing pretty much every night. And people would come up after shows and say, "Dude, you gotta go to Austin, like check it out." And I was like, "All right, I think I might go to Nashville, but like we'll see." And my college roommate lives on 6th Street, and I came down, and the first day I was here, I was like, "Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. Like, this is the spot right here." So without a plan, really, just shipped it on down. I've been here like 3 months.
Oh, so this is very fresh. You're just here. Okay, wow, that's awesome, man.
Very fresh.
What's your favorite thing about Austin, Texas?
Other than the White Horse, probably the barbecue. But I spend a lot of time at the White Horse, man. I want to learn the two-step, and then, like when you see someone who can really, really do it, it's like, oh my God, that's the coolest guy I've ever seen in my life. So that's what I'm working on right now, learning how to two-step well. So that's probably my favorite part, the honky tonks.
Hell yeah, man. Is there a song tonight where you two-step, or is that not happening while you play?
I probably could have tried on that one, you know what I mean? I'm still kind of figuring that out, but maybe I'll add that to when I play with a band, maybe I'll like incorporate putting the guitar down and starting to go a little bit.
Add that to the
like that.
repertoire. How did this whole music thing happen for you, man? Like when did you get your first guitar? Why music? Tell us all the things about you.
Yeah, I started playing piano when I was probably 6 and learned by ear. And then in middle school, I guess, I fell in love with John Mayer, and so that's when I picked up a guitar and started learning from YouTube, and then started taking lessons. And then I guess from there, like, I really loved the blues. I studied the blues. I started singing. I did my first time singing out loud was a blues concert of like Ray Charles and Leon Bridges and stuff like that. And then I got into jazz for a while, so I studied jazz piano, and music production became a big thing for me. So I'm kind of all over the place, but I really just love creating. And even in high school, I was always doing creative projects, and I put out an R&B album like a couple years ago that I took down, and like a hip hop R&B album. And then I fell hard in love with country. So
Wait, you took it down?
yeah, I took it down.
Oh, come on. Why'd you take it down?
The cross branding wasn't. You know what I mean?
Do you not like the music on it, or would you ever turn something of that music into the country music?
There's a couple that I could maybe shift, but it's like a drastic difference. It's like Frank Ocean,
Okay, yeah.
like Pharrell, like Tyler the Creator type stuff.
Very different than country music.
Very different. Yeah.
Very, very different.
Yeah.
When did you get your first guitar? Was it a gift? Did you buy it?
Yeah, my mom got it for me for Christmas when I was 14.
Ooh.
And I've been playing it up until probably I moved here. When I moved here, this was given to me. And so but this actually just had a hole kicked in the side of it, so I still use my other one. But yeah, when I was 14 is when I got that first one.
Do you remember what the guitar was?
It's a Fender. I don't know what kind of Fender
That's
it is.
okay. I just wasn't sure. All right.
It's a Fender for sure.
Sometimes we have fun memories come out about gifts they got when they were kids.
Yeah.
So that's what I was asking.
No, this one is, but this one sounds really, really nice. This was gifted to me by a close friend, Joel Chris, in Montauk, and it's a Martin, and he really helped me out with this beautiful guitar. So
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Hell yeah. So you've been playing music for a long time, basically. Doing it for a long time.
I have. Yeah,
10 years at least.
at least.
At
yeah,
least. How old
yeah.
are you? Can I ask how old you are?
How old do you think I am?
I don't know, man. You have no wrinkles on your face.
We have any guesses?
Audience
guys know.
guesses. How old do we think he is, audience? 26?
Yeah, right on the dot.
Right? Is that it?
Yeah,
26?
yeah, right on the dot.
No takers for 14? No one? Anyone? No.
No.
All right, I wasn't sure. Does anyone ever compare you to Kurt Russell, a young Kurt Russell?
Yeah, I had never heard that until I got down here. And then
Really? No one's ever said that to you until I said it.
No, now people tell me all the time I look like
okay.
a young Kurt Russell. They actually say verbatim, young Kurt Russell.
Yeah, it's remarkable. It's like Kurt Russell, Tango, and Cash. When I first saw you, I was like, wait a minute.
I don't even know who that is. So
You don't? I'm sorry, you don't know who Kurt Russell is?
No.
Good night, everyone. That's it. That hurts my soul. Big Trouble in Little China, Tango and Cash, nothing? Oh. He's 26, an audience member shouts.
when
I
did these
know.
movies come out?
Back when movies were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that. Take it, Hollywood.
When
All
I was
right.
born, yeah.
Take a cue and stop
Yeah.
making everything into musicals.
Yeah.
All right. What's your second song for the evening that you brought for us tonight?
I'm gonna do Must Be the Moonshine.
Must Be the Moonshine. All right. Ooh, some audience applause. All right, over to you for Must Be the Moonshine whenever you're ready.
Great. Well, this song's about my road trip from Maine to Austin. My car broke down in West Virginia, in this little town called Turtle Creek. And I went to a little dive bar, and a woman walked in with a turkey feather in her hat. So that's how I started the song. It's called Must Be the Moonshine. Never would have met her if I didn't break down in Turtle Creek. Wander on in that old saloon, the edge of the lonely street. Well, she walked in with a turkey feather hat, and the only bar stool was next to me. Guess where she sat? And she said, boy, well, you look like a trouble. Where'd you get them eyes? Girl, where'd you get that gypsy soul buried in your smile? And she said, boy, well, you look like you wanna stay with me tonight. I said, girl, how'd you read my mind? And she said, must be the moonshine. She asked me if I'd like to see her holler. Alright, yeah. I wondered if she'd ever scaled a young eastern pine. And we drank all the honey-proof 60 bones goodbye. And as I paid the tab, well, she looked deep into my mind. And she said, boy, well, you look like a trouble. Where'd you get them eyes? Girl, where'd you get that gypsy soul buried in your smile? And she said, boy, well, you look like you wanna stay with me tonight. I said, girl, how'd you read my mind? She said, must be the moonshine. Must be the serpent inked across her skin, a snake oil dressed like bathtub gin. Must be the West Virginia night. Must be the angel tears across the sky, the candlelight, the mountainside. Must be the bag she reached inside. When she said, boy, you look like a trouble. Where'd you get them eyes? Girl, where'd you get that gypsy soul buried in your smile? And she said, boy, well, you look like you wanna stay with me tonight. I said, girl, how'd you read my mind? And she said, must be the moonshine. Must be the moon.
Yeah! Yeah!
Thank you.
Dude, that's a great song. That's a phenomenal song.
Thank
It's
you.
a really, really good song. Like
Thank
that's
you.
like that's one of my favorite songs I've heard on the show. It's really good. It's
Wow.
really, really good.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
You've got a great, you guys can applaud that, absolutely. You've got a great voice. When did you start singing? When did you realize you have a good voice?
I don't know. That's a good question because I listen to videos of myself back in the day. I'm like, God damn, I was horrible. But I don't know. I guess like Stevie Wonder was always a massive influence, and he's like the king of kings with vocals, and that's someone that I was like really trying to emulate. I listen back, my tone has changed a lot. It used to be really nasally, and then I fell in love with country, and I started to do this kind of like dirty thing, and now I'm kind of in the middle. But man, I don't really know. I took vocal lessons for a bit at Berkeley, and so R&B vocals.
R&B vocals?
Yeah.
Dude, your voice is great, man. It really translates well. That's a beautiful song.
Thank you.
And this was written about a person that you no longer talk to, or are you still in touch with this person?
No, it was kind of just like a one night, like my car broke down there. So it's funny because I actually, when she says, what'd she say? You want to stay with me tonight? It's funny because I actually needed to stay with her that night because my car was broken. So I was thinking about changing that in the last verse, but yeah.
It's what a wonderful thing life sometimes throws at you. That's something that happened and it led to that beautiful song, man. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
You said earlier that you taught yourself how to play piano.
No, I just learned by ear. So I'd never learned to read super well until kind of college. My teacher would I'd say I want to learn Harry Potter, I want to learn, the Office theme song, and they'd show me how to play it, and then kind of teach me the theory around it. And so now I'm one of those players that, like, if you play something, I can just start playing it but I can't read super well. But
That's pretty impressive, though. I mean, that's a skill not a lot of people have that they wish they had. I'm one of those people. That's pretty great. That's pretty great. When was your first concert? When did this whole thing happen, like, professionally for you? Like, when did you first perform?
My first time, like, singing out loud for a concert, I was a sophomore at North Yarmouth Academy in Maine, and my whole year study was blues. It was a study of the blues, and the year was like the culmination of the year was a final concert, and I had never, I'll grab that. I had never sung before in public, and like the whole hockey team was there, and I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? It was like so embarrassing, and I've seen a video of it. It was really bad, but that was the first time I ever played, out loud. And then, I guess from there, like, I just got my confidence up a little bit more and started playing little bars and little free things and talent shows and stuff like that.
And then why music? Why pursue this?
It's a good question, because a lot of my friends are on Wall Street right now. That's what my next song's about. But I tried, man. I tried to do the corporate thing. Like, I tried to follow, like, I was an English major in college. I tried to do, like, the writing thing. And it just ate away at me that I wasn't spending my time doing music. And so I quit my corporate job in the fall and I just decided to go for it because it's the only thing when I wake up in the morning that I want to do. So
That's beautiful, man. Yeah, it's a weird entertainment, arts. The artistic world it's like bizarre. It's like pulls you into it. It's not necessarily you going into it.
Right.
I ask that question to a lot of artists because I'm curious if the answer is always the same. It's really more for me. But it's interesting. A lot of artists say the exact same thing. That they're really pulled into it more so than the other way around.
Yeah.
You mentioned your hockey team. Are you a hockey player? Did you play hockey?
I am. Yeah, I grew up playing hockey, and then I played in college, D3, and. Yeah, it's kind of funny. A lot of people don't really expect anything like that. You know what I mean? But like all my best buddies are hockey players, so like when I hang out with musicians, they're like, "Dude, who are these guys that you're?" It's a very different crowd. You know what I mean?
Very different crowd.
Yeah.
What position did you play in hockey?
Right wing.
Okay. Were you ever one of the enforcers?
I was one of the bigger guys. I don't know. I'm a lover, not a fighter, but I would say I was one of the bigger guys. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Let's get to song number 3. What do you think? Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's do it. What's the? Yeah, you need to grab your pick. What is the third song that you brought for us this evening?
It's called Captain Jack Sparrow. It's about when you're in middle school and the teacher asks you what you want to be when you grow up, and it's super inspired by this song called A Boy Named Sue by Johnny Cash. It's one of my favorite songs ever. And Shel Silverstein actually wrote that song. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I grew up reading Shel Silverstein books. And so I love that style of writing. It's so funny, and so I took that into this song. It's called Captain Jack Sparrow. Well, the only thing I ever really learned from school was that it wasn't made for me. And I had this one teacher I sure despised. Her name was Miss Darlene. And in the 7th grade one day, class had just come back from lunch, and she sat us down and she said, "All right, kids, we gonna do this one by one." She said, "Each of you gonna stand up without your pen, without your folder, and you're gonna tell the class what you wanna be when you get older. And Well, the first thing that I thought, that's a really stupid thing to ask. But when I looked around, all my peers were thinking hard and fast. Then Miss Darlene said, Bobby, we're gonna have you go and share first. And so I stood up good and tall, and I said in earnest, I wanna be Captain Jack Sparrow, with a 24 KK9 and dreads to my feet. I wanna be Captain Jack Sparrow, so you can go to hell. Miss Darlene, that's what I wanna be. Now, well, that earned me detention. Miss Darlene told me to stay. Listen what all the other kids in class had to say. And that was punishment enough, just a sitting and a hearing how Billy wants to be a nurse and Betty's engineering. And then Bart said he'd be on Wall Street making loads and loads of money. And I was unfamiliar with that street, and so I laughed because it was funny. And then Miss Darlene said, Bobby, something's funny, go on, try again. And so I stood up good and tall, and then I said, I wanna be Captain Jack Sparrow, with a 24 KK9 and dreads to my feet. I wanna be Captain Jack Sparrow, so you can go to hell. Miss Darlene, that's what I wanna be. I wanna hang with all my buddies on a big old fancy boat and have pretty girls waiting for me at every single port. I wanna sail around the world collecting stories for my kids. See you for yourself, Miss Darlene, that's how I wanna live. I wanna be Captain Jack Sparrow, with a 24 KK9 and dreads to my feet. I wanna be Captain Jack Sparrow, so you can go to hell. Miss Darlene, that's what I wanna be.
Yeah!
Thank you.
That's a fun song. That's a very fun song.
Yeah, that one is fun.
Was your teacher's name really Darlene? Oh, okay. Wasn't sure.
No, soon enough.
What do you do when you're not playing music? What does Bobby do for fun? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I love getting outside. Luckily, it is way sunnier here than it is Maine, so
Just a tad.
yeah, there's a lot to do. I spend a lot of time at the ranch. I actually work at a ranch in the mornings in Dripping Springs.
Oh, nice. What do you do on the ranch?
Like a ranch hand type guy,
awesome.
whatever they need.
Got it. Yeah.
But like riding horses, and I've never really had that in the Northeast, so I love spending time out there.
Oh, that's great, man.
Yeah.
What is your favorite comfort food?
Favorite comfort food? Let's see. I like dates a lot. You like dates?
Dates are great. Yeah, they're really good.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's awesome. Nature's candy. I love it, man.
That came to mind because I have a thing of them in my car, and I was eating them on the way up here. But I guess they are my comfort food.
Good source of potassium as well.
A lot of potassium.
Well, tons of it.
Yeah.
Not that anybody in the audience necessarily wanted to know that
Yeah.
information.
Anti-inflammatory too. Really good for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Dates are amazing.
Yeah.
I've got a really good. Well, I'll tell you later. No, but also no one wants to hear the story I was about to tell you, so we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
Cool.
What's one thing that we should know about you that we don't already know about you?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I bet you a lot of people here don't know that I had a man bun not too long ago.
Ooh. Wait. Is it top or bottom?
It was top.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it was, and I had it for probably about 8 years. So,
8 years. Wow.
Yeah,
So
my hair
you
was
just
probably
cut.
as long as yours.
Wow. Why did you cut it, quitter?
It was time.
It's time.
It was time.
It is super annoying. It's super annoying. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get it. I totally get it. So how long did you grow your hair before you ended up cutting it?
I mean, I got it trimmed, so I kind of kept it like here, but like it took me like months, probably 6 months to get it like this long.
6 months? That's it?
Yeah, it grows really fast.
Holy shit,
Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah, and the only time I had it down was in my hockey helmet, so it'd be like flowing out the back. Yeah.
This is an important question. This tells us a lot about you as a person.
Yeah.
I ask this to every artist that comes on the show and the audience as well. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Favorite flavor of ice cream? There's a flavor in Maine. I don't know if it's down here. Moose Tracks. You guys have Moose Tracks?
Yeah, we got
there?
Moose Tracks down here.
I don't know if that was just a Maine thing or not. I actually haven't eaten ice cream in a long time, but
Okay.
but Moose Tracks is really good.
Moose Tracks? Is that?
Oh, actually, Van Leeuwen's honeycomb is really, really good.
There we go. We got some applause in the background.
Let's go.
Dude, some huge fans of honeycomb.
So good. Isn't it so good? It's so good. Yeah.
All right, so I saw you take the guitar off, which means you're transferring to the piano,
Yeah,
I'm assuming?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
awesome. And what is the next song that you're going to be playing for us?
It's called My Girl's Daddy.
My Girl's Daddy? Yes. Okay, I'm going to transfer you over to camera 2. Is there anything we should know about My Girl's Daddy before you get kicked off, or you just want to play? Oh, wait, hang on. I've got to unmute you. Say again?
Yeah, it's a short song. I think it'd be like an intro type song, and I just put it on TikTok, and it's kind of like blowing up a little bit. There's a lot of controversy around this song, but I guess I can tell you the backstory. So I was with a girl, and her dad didn't approve of me because he didn't think I'd be successful, and he told his daughter that, and she told me that while we were dating, and as you might imagine, that upset me a little bit. And so I wrote this song called My Girl's Daddy, dedicated to him.
All right, over to you whenever you're ready.
All right, this is My Girl's Daddy. 2, 3, and well, my girl's daddy, don't think too high of me. I'm just a good-for-nothing, long-haired fool with unrealistic dreams. Well, I know I'm good for something, 'cause his daughter told me so. So if he really wants to know, well, I know how to ride a Bronco, learned at the rodeo, and I know how to giddy up and how to take it nice and slow. I know how to grip her tight and how to tug her golden mane, and I know just the way to nick my spurs to make her go insane. I know how to hold her steady when she really gets to throwing, and I know just the place to get her when it's time to get her going. So he may get a lot of money, and she may never be my bride, but he can never say I don't know how to ride. Sorry to all the dads out there.
Oh, man, I can't imagine that caused any controversy. That's so weird. That's so weird. I can't imagine. Do you still talk to this person?
No.
I also can't imagine that you
No.
don't. Has this person heard this song?
Yes.
Oh boy, is that the controversy that's happening online right now?
No, that's not the online controversy. That's the personal controversy. Yeah.
What is the online controversy? You have to tell us what's the
Well,
mashup?
there's kind of just a debate sparked that if it's like okay to like have something like this on the internet, if the song is appropriate, like this and that, you know what I mean?
Oh, if it's a censorship thing.
I don't know. Like
Okay.
people just making a big deal out of something funny.
Sometimes people just have to complain because that's the only thing that they actually can.
Like, people
that's
think-
like the only control they have over something is to
Yeah.
complain. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
If more people spent time worrying about themselves and less on the world around them, this would be a pretty great place.
Hey man.
Figure out how
We
much
should hang
love
out
and
sometime.
figure out what kind of love and support you can put in the world. Don't worry about anything else. And sometimes things are just a joke, and people need to chill the fuck out. All right.
There we go.
That being said,
I need you on my TikTok.
what are you listening on your playlist? What's on your playlist when you're not playing music? What do you listen to?
It's been a lot of Sturgill Simpson recently. I love Sturgill Simpson.
Hard not to like that.
Yeah, his Cutting Grass album was my most listened to this year. His song "I Don't Mind" I think is just a masterpiece of a song and songwriting. I think his songwriting is just so beautiful. It's so mature. You know, the more you listen to it, the better it gets, and I think that's a testament to like really good writing. I've always been a big Tyler Childers guy too. I love Chris Stapleton, so those are a couple.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
All good artists. Regarding music, I see a lot of artists as well. Boy, can I not speak tonight. It's tough when you're hosting. What is one of the biggest struggles that you have in the side of music?
Promotion and advertising is a really tricky thing for musicians. Like getting your name out there, your face out there. It's just it's a rat race. And luckily, like I've been seeing some movement on TikTok, and it really showed. Like I think about when I was trying this and that on social media and it wasn't working, and now what is working, it's really, I think that's the hardest part. And sometimes, you know, it isn't really about the art, which is hard to, I guess, understand for a lot of artists. A lot of it is just like, you know, is your face in front of enough people? I mean, sometimes you look in the mirror and you say, oh, that's a horrible song, that's why no one likes it. But like, you know, a lot of times it's like just the right setting, and that's a tough thing for musicians to grapple with, you know?
Yeah, it's not. It's a tough. Hopefully, you can use some of this footage to do something else, get in other places, bars. Do you have plans to go to Nashville still, or are you gonna stick around Austin for a while?
It's hard to say. You know, I'm really taking things day to day, like just seeing what comes of Austin, and if it makes sense to come back. I'll probably go back to Montauk in June and try and make some money so I can live down here, and then come back, or Nashville when the time's right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Would you rather be invisible or be able to fly?
Oh, I'd probably rather be invisible.
Really?
Yeah, could sneak around.
That's creepy. That's fucking creepy, bro.
You know what I mean? Get stuff done.
Oh my God. Well, when you're singing about the first song, I understand why you would want to be invisible. Yeah.
If you could fly though, like it would still take effort. It's like it's the same thing as running though. So you imagine that you could just like fly to Mexico tomorrow, but no, you couldn't run to Mexico, man. You get tired.
What if flying took no effort whatsoever?
Oh. Then it might be flying. Yeah.
All right.
You save a lot of money on flights.
You can save a lot of money on flights.
Yeah.
That's true. It would just be handy just to be able to disappear and go somewhere. That'd be nice. Just get a little getaway. See the world.
Invisible flying.
Would you rather have a pet dinosaur or a pet dragon?
Pet dragon.
Pet dragon?
Yeah,
Any
yeah.
takers for dinosaur? Anyone? No? Okay.
I mean, a dragon's
That's
like a
on me.
dinosaur. It's just cooler.
Yeah, okay, that's on me. I'm gonna kill that question. Clearly, it's not any good. That's on me, guys. Sorry. What's number 4 for you tonight?
I'm gonna do another interlude type song. I'm gonna bang these out. This one's called "Her Best Friends."
Her best friends?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything we should know about it beforehand?
Yeah, I guess this is just for all my guys out there. It's a dangerous world. Some of these girls, these friends of these girls, are just some of you you need group therapy with your girlfriends, man, or something. And to my guys out there, if you're thinking about pursuing someone, just make sure you take a good hard look at her best friends first.
All right. Over to you for her best friends whenever you're ready.
Well, if you're wondering if she'll ghost you when she leaves you, if you're wondering if she'll talk to other men, if you're wondering if she'll stay when she don't need you anymore, just take a good hard look at her best friend. If you're wondering why your angel is surrounded by some devils who done crawled up from the street, you should think before you buy that girl a dime, 'cause she'll take your heart, your manhood, and a ring. Well, she might tell you she'll be loving you forever, and she might even say she'll never let you go. But take a good hard gander at her confidence, 'cause that'll tell you everything you need to know. All right, that's Her Best Friends.
Hell yeah, man.
You guys like, all right, cool, man.
What was the genesis of Her Best Friends? Was there a story behind that?
There's for sure a story. I don't know if I need to air that out here.
You can anonymize it, man. You don't have to be like Tim said to Becky. Like you can. Yeah.
All I gotta say is if you're looking to pursue someone, their friend group says a lot about them as well. You know what I mean? Like they're, same thing with me and my friends. I just made it about her.
Got it.
But,
Okay.
it's not just girls, but
So if you hang out with meatheads, then we can assume that you are a bit of a meathead. Is that the
I think that's kind of universal. I mean,
Yeah, okay,
right?
fair enough.
You know what I mean?
audience? Is that the yeah a little bit? All right,
We locked in here.
we locked in. Can you talk about your writing process a little bit? Like how do these things pop into your head? Like what's the muse for you to write about these things? Is it just like personal stuff that happens and then you just put together something, or is it more complex than that?
Yeah, a lot of time. I guess it shifted a little bit. Like it used to be kind of like emotional writing, I guess. Like when something, I guess I do both, but a lot of my older stuff used to be like something happens in your life and you just gotta like put it down on paper or whatever. It's shifting a little bit. I kind of really appreciate like clever, like funny songwriting. Like I don't know if you guys listen to Megan Maroney, but she's got like a lot of clever kind of songs and clever little twists in some of her songs. So I kind of have a mix of like storytelling, like Must Be the Moonshine, and like funny things like My Girl's Daddy. And I mean, my next one's one of those emotional songs. It's my next single, but yeah.
A little mix of both. Okay, gotcha. What is the name of your EP? Is it an EP or just a single that you have coming out? Do you have an EP out?
I don't. I have 2 singles out
Okay.
right now.
What are the titles of those?
That Man Made My Mama Cry and A Good Thing.
A Good Thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Also, you can take all the tracks from this and upload it as a EP if you want.
Oh my God.
So that's a thing.
Yeah. Also, thank you, dude. This is the best. This is the best thing ever.
Yeah, absolutely. Man.
Like what you do for musicians is unbelievable.
Thanks, dude.
And also, I do engineering as well, and I can't even imagine the kind of headache that putting this sound together is and recording it all. So, incredible job.
Thanks, dude. Not about me. It's about you. But I appreciate the compliment. Thank you very much. Yes. So you have 2 EPs out, and then hopefully you could do or 2 singles out. Excuse me, and then you could do a full-length EP.
Yeah, eventually. I just got to make that money to put the album together, and then I think I got it ready to go.
Hell yeah, man. Do you have a theme coming for your EP, or is it okay? What's that? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I think eventually I want to call it The Fool. I don't know if you guys have heard of The Fool, but it's the first card in the tarot deck, and I read about it in a book by Jordan Peterson called Beyond Reason. Mm-hmm. And I guess the whole chapter just like really, really resonated with me. Like it's all about kind of falling on your face and getting up and figuring it out from there. And I feel like a lot of what The Fool has to teach you is kind of my philosophy going into this phase of my life right now. So I also think it's a really cool aesthetic, and I like to kind of like a lot of these songs are like funny, like kind of raunchy songs, but if they're a mistake, then that's cool with me.
All right, so it's a little bit of like a meta title, a little bit like The Fool. Okay, gotcha.
A little bit.
All right, what is the 6th song of this evening that you brought for us?
I'm going to do my next song coming out. It's called Nights Like These.
Nights Like These?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, over to you for Nights Like These.
All right. Well, she holds out her hand. He spins around a time or two. They sure know how to dance, just like lovers do. And I pull out a 20, swap it with a 10, send it down the bar to Tom. He says, don't worry about it, man, just pick a song on the jukebox, but nothing sad or sweet. Take this double shot of Woodford, and I'll pour one up for me. Go find a pretty girl to talk to, 'cause this bar is filled with blue-eyed beauty queens. Nights like these, well, nights like these, I wish she was with me, tugging on my sleeve to get up off this bar stool. 'Cause I know how she loved to dance to Whitley, and I thought she'd always be holding on to me on nights like these. Well, Tom, he tells me, boy, to be your age again, the things I do to get up off that bar stool. You ain't got much to lose, just pick a song on the jukebox, but nothing sad or sweet. Take this double shot of Woodford, and I'll pour one up for me. Go find a pretty girl to talk to, 'cause this bar is filled with blue-eyed beauty queens. But nights like these, nights like these, I wish she was with me, tugging on my sleeve to get up off this bar stool. 'Cause I know how she loved to dance to Whitley, and I thought she'd always be holding on to me on nights like these. No, I can't tell if it's the whiskey or the watching lovers dance that makes my stomach turn in circles and my head fall in my hands. Maybe it's the way she pulled me right up to her face and tell me, boy, I got something to say. Go pick a song on the jukebox, something sad or sweet. And if you take a shot of Woodford, well, order one for me, boy, won't you spin me across this barroom? And I'll always be your blue-eyed beauty queen. But nights like these, well, nights like these, I wish she was with me, tugging on my sleeve to get up off this bar stool. 'Cause I know how she loved to dance with it, and I thought she'd always be holding on to me. I thought she'd always be holding on to me.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. That's a beautiful song, man. That's a great song. Wow, what a great song that is. That's it. What was the inspiration behind that? How did that come to be? That's a beautiful tune.
Yeah, thank you. I was in Montauk post breakup. You know, post breakup, even when you're having a good night, sometimes you just think nights like these, I wish that person was with me. And I was at Shagwong in Montauk having a good night, and that thought crossed my mind. I threw it in my notes, and the next morning I wrote the song.
That's it.
That was it, start to finish. I was saying this at my other show. I don't really like to sit in front of the instrument too much when I'm writing. And so I kind of like have a chord progression in my mind, and I write the whole thing out, and that's kind of how this one went, just start to finish.
So wait, you actually write the music first, and then you bring the lyrics in afterwards? Like, you write all the music?
No, kind of the other way around. Like I guess I know like what chord progressions or whatever that I'm thinking. And so I don't really sit in front of an instrument and sing the melody, but I don't know. So it's a weird process. Like some of my best songwriting happens in the shower, for example, like where I have time to think right there. Like this one, a lot of this song happened in the shower, if you're wondering.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, shower is a wonderful place. It's the white noise. It's where I think.
Yeah,
it's like peace and clarity for my brain.
And you can't be on your phone, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you could if it would break.
Yeah,
but
true.
You also mentioned tarot cards at the last break. Is that something, in the book with Jordan Peterson, but is that something, do you mess with tarot cards? Do you ever lay them out and see what comes up? Roll bones?
I haven't really. I guess I kind of just got into them in the last like 6 months or so. There's the Golden Dawn is like a group of like mystics in like the UK, and there's like a lot of poetry that goes on in like this sphere, and so poetry kind of brought me into it, and then I started to learn a bit about tarot, and it's all pretty cool. But I'm just kind of new to it. I don't know too much about it.
I didn't know any of that, so you know way more than me.
Yeah, cool.
That's wild, man. And then you also mentioned that was it literary? What was your major in, or what would you go to school for?
Yeah, I was an English major and a poetry concentration.
So how does that influence your music? Do you ever lean on that skill set, or is it just like tossed out and you do something completely different?
Yeah, big time. I think, I don't know, there's like, I did like a deep dive, so it's all about the rhythm in poetry too, and like I'm sure it's just ingrained in my mind now, kind of. I think my taste in like songwriting and what's cool and what isn't a lot of it comes from poetry. So it's hard to say, really, though. You know what I mean?
Just kind of comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's the best thing. Where can people find you in the world? You mentioned TikTok. Do you have Instagram? How do people get a hold of you, for example, if they saw this show and they wanted to have you play at a place?
Instagram for sure, at Bobby T. Murray.
Bobby T. Murray?
Yeah, Bobby
and
T. Murray.
I'll put that in the description so people can just click and find
That's
you
right.
as well. But where else can they find you in the world?
TikTok as well, Bobby T. Murray. I think I got something on YouTube, Bobby Murray, and then Spotify is Bobby Murray.
Awesome. Do you have any live shows coming up? Where can people see you in the city?
I do. I'm at Sign Bar every Wednesday from 8 to 10. Really cool spot. I'm setting up shows at Austin Garden right now, which is where I just came from. That's another cool spot on 6th. I play on 6th at Blind Pig on Saturdays as well. So, yeah, that's...
Couple places around town?
Couple spots, yeah.
Hell yeah, man. All right, what is the 7th song that you brought for us this evening?
It's back on guitar, so I
Back
can pop back
on
over.
guitar. Yeah, come on up.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, hang on. That's on me, my bad.
Nah, you're good.
All
right,
right,
there we go.
back on you. There we go. And what is this? What is the title track of this again?
This is actually a Megan Maroney song that I wrote his version of. It's called Tennessee Orange, his version. I don't know if anyone here listens to Megan Maroney, but she's got her big song is called Tennessee Orange. It's about she's a Georgia Bulldog and she falls in love with a Tennessee Vol. And so I love that song. I love the writing, and I decided to write a version from his perspective as a Tennessee Vol falling in love with a Georgia Bulldog.
Hell yeah, man. All right, over to you whenever you're ready.
Mama, I'm calling. I got some news. I tried to tell Gramps and he fell off his stool. I think that he thought I was gay. You might think I'm crazy. You might not be wrong. You might want to pull up a lawn chair with a paw case the hatch in your bag gives away. Just never thought I'd see the day that I met a bulldog, and she's got blue eyes. She wears my Vols hat on the passenger side, and she got a nice thing with her Southern charm, man. She's got me moving chains on 4th and Long. She claims that she ain't switching teams, but she's wearing Tennessee orange for me. Took her to Knoxville last Saturday. I opened her door, she said, "Am I okay?" I didn't know how to reply. Guess she likes guys that don't make her cry. Well, I met a bulldog and she's got blue eyes. She wears my Vols hat on the passenger side, and she got a nice thing with her Southern charm, man. She's got me moving chains on 4th and Long. She claims that she ain't switching teams, but she's wearing Tennessee orange for me. Well, mama, I called 'cause I can't get enough. I even learned Alan Jackson's Living on Love. And she's got a smile that makes me forget that we ain't beat the dogs in forever. But I met a bulldog and she's got blue eyes. She wears my Vols hat on the passenger side, and she got a nice thing with her Southern charm, man. She's got me moving chains on 4th and Long. She claims that she ain't switching teams, and I know that her daddy would freak, but she's wearing Tennessee orange for me.
Yeah. Now, No one's ever done that on the show before.
Yeah, all right,
That's a first.
good.
That's a first. What's the longest time it's ever taken you to written a song before? Like from start to finish? Like, have you ever had a song that's like over a year before you completed it?
Oh yeah, I go back to songs like that all the time. Pull things out of the archive, like, oh man, I should like That Man Made My Mama Cry. I was never even gonna like put that out. But I needed an upbeat song that was an original, and so I went back and rewrote it, and it turned out like that was a song that everyone resonated with this summer. So that one was like, the process of that one was, I didn't go back to it every day, but it was like, months and months.
When did you first write that song comparatively to like when it came out?
I wrote that in like the fall of 2023 maybe, and that came out in January.
Oh wow, so that's a minute,
Yeah,
for sure, man.
Yeah.
What's next for you in the world?
I guess my lease in Austin is until the end of May, so I think I'm going to jump back to Montauk, New York, and try and make as much money as I possibly can, and then come back and see how long I can survive back here again. And then we'll see, but I guess I'm just hoping that my career kind of takes off here, and I'll be putting out singles and EPs and YouTube videos and whatever, and seeing where it goes. So
Hell yeah, man! What out of the places in Austin that you've played, of course, outside of here, where's your favorite place that you've played music so far in Austin?
Saxon Pub was a cool one. That's like such a
Saxon's
legendary spot. You know what I mean? Like the green room there, you see like all the like Willie Nelsons and like the George Straits, and you're like, oh my god, like how am I in the same room right now? So that was a fun one.
Hell yeah, man! Hell yeah!
Yeah. Other than here.
Yeah. I had to plug it. All right, so you've got this is 8th song coming up, and then we've got one more after that, correct?
Yeah.
All right, let's get to song number 8.
Awesome.
And then what is the title of song number 8 that you brought for us this evening, sir?
It's called Sugar Mama.
Sugar Mama.
Yeah.
This already sounds like a comedy song a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely a little funnier. I mean, it actually, when I put out the EP, it kind of fits in the middle of kind of like an important thing that I'm talking about, but it's a funny one.
Okay.
I was living in Montauk, as I said, which is in the middle of the Hamptons, and if you've ever been out there, you know that it's expensive to live out there, and if it weren't for a couple people helping me survive, I don't know how I would have done it. So I wrote this song called Sugar Mama, and it goes like this. And if one song gets big, I think it's going to be this one. All right, here we go. Well, I've been blowing all my money, chasing bops around the bar, rolling around the country, counting on my lucky stars. I'm glad I found her, and I'm glad she has a car and a boat, man. And she might be a little older, but there ain't no damn way to keep us apart. 'Cause I'm down to my last dollar, but I'm up on my luck. 'Cause I found a sugar mama, and babe, I can't wait to fall in love. No, I don't know what I'd do without her, 'cause this town has chewed and spit me out. But I found a sugar mama, and babe, I can't wait to fall in love. Alright, my mom hates this verse. Well, she's cooking steak and caviar whenever I'm around, that's right. And all she asks of me is that I make her scream and shout. Yeah, we love each other. It's a special kind of love. Sorry about that. And she might be a little older, but there ain't no damn way to keep us apart. Come on. 'Cause I'm down to my last dollar, but I'm up on my luck. 'Cause I found a sugar mama, and babe, I can't wait to fall in love. Alright now. No, I don't know what I'd do without her, 'cause this town has chewed and spit me out. But I found a sugar mama, and babe, I can't wait to fall in love. Alright now. And she might be a little older, but I think she looks great for 81. 'Cause I'm down down to my last dollar. That's right, but I'm up on my luck. 'Cause I found a sugar mama, and babe, I can't wait to fall in love. Alright now, yeah, now, I don't know what I'd do without her. I don't know, man, 'cause this town has chewed and spit me up. But I found a sugar mama, baby, I can't wait to fall. No, I can't wait to fall. Mama, I can't wait to fall in love.
Yeah.
You like that one? All right.
Oh man.
You never know. Some people just give me blank stares. Yeah,
That's a great one.
Appreciate
man.
it.
Well, that's a phenomenal song. All right, is that based off of someone? Is that a true story?
You had to find your phrasing there. Is that so? Like you? No comment. But that, yeah, man, that's a good song. Huh? I like that one.
Oh man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's, you know what, you got to do what you got to do to survive. And no comment again. Yeah, we're on air. We're on air. Yeah, we can talk after the show.
We'll talk after the show. Was she really 81? I gotta know.
What you say?
Was she really 81?
No.
Or is that
Well,
if-
first
okay.
of all, if this ever even happened, no. Well, I mean, we worked on we kind of shifted the. I started at 51, and then it went 61, and then 71, and 81 is kind of that perfect age that's like, it's unrealistic, but you can kind of almost, you know what I mean? It makes you want to like imagine. So that's where
That's where
it
you
felt
landed.
right.
It felt right.
Yeah.
Maybe 91 when you released the song. You never know.
Well, see that, then we went to 91, and it was like, oh no, like she's dead. She's basically dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just lean in. You're like
Like
101. and
that's,
just,
yeah. She looks great for 115.
There you go. It's actually a song about grave robbing, is really what it is. I sincerely appreciate you making time to come on the show, man. This has been a lot of fun. Your music's fun. It's really good, man. Again, going back to "Must Be the Moonshine," "Nights Like This." They're great songs, man. That last song again, they're really, really good. I love your music, man.
Thank you, bro.
It's a
Well,
lot
thank
of
you. I definitely need to thank you. I also want to thank Stephen and Lacey here for putting me in touch, and you guys all being friends and helping me out here. So I just moved here, and so all that is super, super helpful. So thank you for
Absolutely, things work out in weird ways, man. Because we had a cancellation, and we have a list of people, and I messaged several of them, and nobody was available. Everybody had stuff booked.
All right.
So, and then I ran into you literally that same night.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, hey, I have the spot open, and it just fell. Sometimes things just fall in place, man.
Well, I'll always be your double backup plan.
I didn't mean to make it sound like that. It's a first come, first serve
Just
is my
messing
point. Was my point. Oh man! Outside of making me feel like shit, what are you trying to? What are you hoping to get out of a show like this?
I definitely need like more content. So this is like a huge, like good content too, because I have all these songs kind of written and like finished, but they're not all produced. And so like having something to send someone is like exactly what I need.
Awesome, man.
So super helpful, especially because the audio is being captured too. So super, super helpful.
Yeah, I'll drop the mix from the channels into a Google Drive folder for you. It's yours to
man.
do whatever you want with.
It's a dream come true.
And then I had another question, but I've got the worst case of goldfish brain today, so I forgot what it was. But you do have one more song for the evening before we're out of here. Yeah, let's get to that. You back on piano?
Yeah.
Assuming, because you took the guitar off? All right. Last song of the evening. This always goes too quick, man. I really do enjoy your music. This has been a lot of fun, so thanks for doing it.
Bro. Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. What is the ninth song of the evening?
This one's, I just wrote this one actually, so I'm going to try it out here. I've never performed it.
Oh, this is the first time you ever performed this to an audience?
First time I've ever performed it in front of anyone other than myself.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. We got a local sets premiere.
Local sets premiere.
Hell
You heard
yeah.
it here first.
What's the title?
It's a sad one. It's called Cowboy Dreams.
Cowboy Dreams?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us anything before we start, or just say it?
Yeah. This song is about working really hard towards something and giving up. It's called Cowboy Dreams. Well, the world has a way of showing you signs. So listen close to the sound it cries and sing till the cows come home. But ask yourself, are they singing along? 'Cause you can die on that hill, you can keep climbing fences, but all these things won't do nothing. Your cowboy dreams are through. Hang it up, pack it in. You gave your all, and you didn't win. And they say you're gonna make it if you only try, but that's a lie. No, that's a lie. 'Cause you can die on that hill, you can keep climbing fences, but all these things won't do nothing. Your cowboy dreams through. You can die on that hill, you can keep climbing fences, but all these things won't do nothing. Your cowboy dreams through. Oh, nothing. Cowboy dreams are through.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
That was a beautiful, beautiful last song of the evening, man. Thank you for doing
Yeah,
that.
had to leave you with a sad one.
Yeah, absolutely,
There you go.
absolutely. I'm gonna go home and do something terrible to myself. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, thank you so much for doing the show, man. It's really wonderful. I'm glad it worked out. Thank you for coming in and sharing your music, your passions with us. One more time, where can people find you in the world?
Bobby T. Murray on Instagram and TikTok, and Bobby Murray on Spotify.
Hell yeah. Thank you again so much for doing this. Thank you to the wonderful audience for giving us your Saturday night. Thank you so much to Oak Hill Social for hosting this madness. And thank you guys for watching either live or after the fact. Be sure to check us out for another episode of Local Sets ATX. We'll see you on the internet. Good night, everybody. Bye. Bobby Murray.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And 3,
All right.
2, 1.